live. Yes, it's actually not even summer here in Slab City, but I have spent the last month and a half in full preparation mode. So already you can just see that the back doors of the van are open, and I have a king size fitted sheet over the back of the two doors, and that is helping with airflow. It's keeping the insects out for the most part. The occasional fly will get in, and I have my trusty adjustable handle fly swatter to get them. I already killed my first fly the other day. And as you can see, my garb, this is like my uniform in the afternoons now. Soon to be probably a full-time uniform. As temperatures are rising, folks. Oh, woo-wee. Welcome. Thank you so much for watching this live stream today. So I want to talk about the preparations that I have made up to today and the preparations that I'm getting ready to make as soon as tomorrow. So yes. Hi Treva 2000. The shade structure is amazing. It's holding up pretty well. I did get a rip in it. Let's go ahead and look at that. You asked about it. And all right, here we go. So I have this no-seam netting, which is this extremely fine mesh to keep no-seams out. We do get no-seams here in the Sonoran Desert. All right, so here is the beloved shade structure. I've since made some modifications. This piece here was hanging down and flapping and unraveling. So my friends and I rolled it up in like 3 pieces of long 2x4s. I just ordered some. I ordered Gorilla tape. It's actually a special Gorilla tape. It's called waterproof Gorilla tape, and it's specifically made for sealing up seams. So let me show you where there's a rip. There's a couple of rips actually. Well, there's a hole in that over there. I'm gonna patch that up. Thank you. Yeah, this project was led by Ron, who used to be in construction. So you can see that rip. So I'm gonna patch that up. I'm gonna seal it up with the Gorilla waterproof sealant tape. And so let's have a look around since I last live streamed. So I put up this shade cloth, which has been an incredible lifesaver. Let me and then I've reinforced it with these heavy tires. So definitely this is a superb giant piece of shade cloth. So the shade structure is 20 by 16 feet. And then there's like I'm gonna say a 10, maybe 8 to 10 degree difference behind the shade cloth. Now the temperatures only got up to 97 degrees here, supposedly. I think I may be looking at the wrong weather report. I think it was over 100 degrees here in Slab City, but Nyland was a little bit cooler. I have like a sweat shine on my face. Okay, so yay. Now I just ordered some hardware, some shade cloth hardware. So this is actually going to get angled out further so that I can pull the van forward, because unfortunately the shade structure is a little shorter than it should be, because the van is 19 feet long and the shade structure is 20. So when I open the back doors, then the van all of a sudden is bigger than the shade structure. So I've had to make some modifications. I found this piece of wool cloth, this wool like blanket. I may, when it's folks, it can get, I was told the other day by my friend 𝐸𝐞𝐭 that it can get sometimes as insanely hot as 135 degrees, which is as hot as Death Valley, the hottest place on earth. So I've been reading up on how the Arabs stay cool, and they wrap themselves in cloaks and layers. So I'm thinking I might wash this in the canal and use that wool to wrap around myself, like if I ever have to be outside. I might even have to do that on the inside of the van. So the van will protect me. The van under the shade structure will protect me from the sun, but it also will protect me from the maddening roar of insect life that occurs here, like the flies, the no-see-ums, the bombers. You know, the bombers have already been a real nuisance, so that's why I want to make it so that I can always be in the van as much as possible. Oop, it looks like my king size sheet came off, so that's all I do. I just put it back. We had some heavier winds today, so isn't that great? So this is this is really awesome. This king size sheet that I just got at a thrift store for like $3. And it's just working out so well. I love it. And wool is really fantastic for insulation. So that's working out well. And this tent, I've slept in it once. There was one evening, I don't know, like a month ago, where it was just so hot at night and really uncomfortable in the van, so I slept in here. And I have a tri-fold cushion in there that I can lay down on. This tent I found alongside of the road. It was just blowing in the wind, so I snagged it. It was a Slab City score, as they call it. So here you can see the hay tarp, which is this here blocks out the midday sun, like from noon until 4 o'clock. And then the sun, you can see where it's setting right there. So we reinforced. Hi, welcome. Hi, Rebecca Banana. Great to have you here. I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah, right, Treva. Treva's saying that cars need shelter too. That's something I've always wanted for my van. Hi, Candy Puff. Welcome. Ugh, the no-see-ums are coming. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get back in the van. Yeah, so having a shade structure for the van has been a dream come true for me. So she gets protected, and her name is Evergreen Queen because she runs forever and she's green. So I've always wanted to have a carport. Here in Slab City we call them shade structures. Always wanted to have a place where my van could be protected from the elements, from the rain, from the sun. Now it won't completely protect her from the rain. As you can see, there are holes, so rain will be coming down. I'm going to seal that up with Gorilla waterproof sealant tape. So the man that helped us build the structure, that led the project, Ron, he used to work in construction, and he also is a sailor, and he did some knots. He knows all kinds of different knots. So he was able to tie up those long ropes into these knots that can also easily be untied, but I will leave them up. And also, I found some tire scores recently. So this helps because we're in a big lot. Our camp, you know, has a big area, and people when they first drive in don't always know where to drive. So the tires help direct people, and also I absolutely have to protect my solar panel. So being that my rooftop solar panel is now concealed under the hay tarp shade structure, my friend Steven, who's a master of solar, I like to call him Solar Steven, he actually connected up this solar panel to my solar system. Let's have a look at the solar system, which will be a little bit tough. Oh, I have this extendable. Okay, so you can see the cords up there. So I connected my solar to that panel that's on the ground. So that's how I get solar power. And I also had to clear some of the brush. Like this shrub here came right up here. So yesterday I did the labor in the sun. The way that I talk myself into working in the sun is that I need the vitamin D. So I'm like, and then I have to acclimate to the heat. So I make myself walk in the sun. I try to do a couple of laps around the camp. It's a pretty big camp, so one lap is probably like a quarter mile, I'd say. But, you know, I talk myself into doing it. So I got myself used to acclimating in the heat when I lived in Ridgecrest, California. Now, granted, Ridgecrest is 2,000 feet higher. This is like below sea level. It's like, or maybe it's 76 feet above sea level, I think it is here in Slab City. So the sun's potency is different in Ridgecrest than it is here, and I definitely can tell the difference. So it's taking me more time, it feels like, to acclimate. But like I said, I make myself get out and get acclimated. So the human body is incredible as to what it can endure. If you think about it, there are humans that live without air conditioning all over the world. In our culture, we are like really spoiled, brainwashed to believe that we can't survive in temperatures much above 90 degrees or we'll like die. Well, yeah, because we don't know how to acclimate. We're reliant. We are taught to think that, you know, we absolutely have to have a controlled environment. Unfortunately, it disconnects us from the natural world, our Mother Earth. And we've lost the ability to survive in, you know, super cold, super hot temperatures without being on the grid and sucking up enormous amounts of fossil fuels, which are destroying our planet slowly but surely. I like what George Carlin says. He's not worried about planet Earth. We're going to make ourselves extinct. Mother Earth is going to be just fine. She'll recover. But the way we're going, we're going to make ourselves extinct. Which is, you know, it's just sad to say that, but I'm believing better for humanity. I really am. It's part of why I came to Slab City, is, you know, to be a part of the change, to be an example of change at the very least. So here we are back in the van. So what else? Oh, I wanted to show you my next steps. All right, so I invested in a few more things to help me upgrade my camp. So let's go back outside. Get this out of the way. My pea can. My pea jug. Oh, I learned how to pee standing up, which is handy because I also have learned how to pee without using toilet paper. Isn't that fantastic? You joined this live stream to learn about that today. So I suppose I shouldn't go into all the gory details about how I do that, but I just, you know, like I have to drink so much and I get so sick and tired of like peeing and wiping, peeing and wiping, peeing and wiping. So it's like just pee standing up and then shake in such a way that I don't get soiled, and it's a great day. Okay, let's talk about my next step. So I ordered some more shade cloth, so I'm going to, let's not stand in front of the sun. I'm blind, even though this is the golden hour. Okay, so I ordered a piece of shade cloth that's going to go all the way across. It's going to be attached to the top there and angled down right here. And I have some really powerful stakes. They're stainless steel, galvanized, rust-proof stakes that will screw into the ground. And so that'll be great. And then I got a triangular sail, they call them, sail shade cloth, that will cover this area because there'll be a gap there because that afternoon sun is brutal. Okay, and then after that's up, what will go here will be my 7-foot lounge pool. So that's very exciting. So I'm gonna have a pool room, folks. And I've had a friend offer to fill it with hot spring water, lithium hot spring water. So that's very, 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 very exciting. That will probably be my salvation through the summer, because I learned the other day that it can get, during a heat wave, it can get up to like 135 degrees. Pretty insane, huh? So having a pool to dip in and out of, say every 20 minutes during an intense heat wave, or sit in the pool all day during the hottest parts of the day with a hat on, with my shade cloth around me, life will be good. I'm planning on thriving here, folks, and not suffering unnecessarily if we can do this with innovation. All right, and then also I'm getting another shade cloth that will also be angled down from the top there, angled down right in front of this shrub. And so that will give me shade in the back, and the van will be pulled up. And again, I'll be using giant screw-in stakes, not the usual tent stakes that will bend and break. No, these are like heavy duty, insane, strong. They got good reviews, so I'm excited. And also this shade cloth will be angled down so I can pull the van up. And yeah. And then probably I will need to get some giant clamps like this, like that puppy there. And then I will be hanging another layer of shade cloth in front. And then how I'm going to get in and out is going to be interesting because the van does not just teleport through, you know, and through time and space. She is a physical object that at this point in our technological place in history, she's going to need, you know, it to be moved. So what I'll do is attach the shade cloth from the stake there and unhook it here, and then when I'm driving out it has to be folded over. I wish I had a garage door. I could just automatically go up and down, folks, but I'm gonna have to get the ladder out every time I go during the summer. And in the winter months I will take it all down because I don't want weathering to occur on these things that I'm investing in. You know, the shade cloth has to be put away, the stakes, everything. So, yeah. I also want to invite All right, folks. So that's my camp. I'm proud of it. So other people are, so when the sun goes down, that's when people start working because it's not hot. I mean, it's not hot. Yes, it's hot. I'm gonna say it's like 90 degrees right now. But, you know, it was like 100+ degrees today. And people generally don't work in the middle of the day, although there's a few hardy souls. Generally not Caucasian, but people whose ancestors are used to working in the heat will work during the day. So let's sit here on this comfy couch. Oh, this is pretty nice. I need to do some yoga because I feel like my back needs it. So how am I doing with my diet? Diet is everything as I'm acclimating to this intense environment. So what did I eat today? I boiled up the rest of my eggs, so I have hard-boiled eggs. Oh, the sun's right there. Oh, here comes Callie. Hi, Callie Cool. I like to call her Callie Cool because she's so cool and she's so cute. What you doing, Callie? Being cute? She is so cute. So yeah. So today I had a giant helping of lentils, and I mixed in peanut butter with hot sauce, and it was really delicious. Absolutely scrumptious. And it was a huge helping. It was like more than half of a can. I thought it was a half of a can that I had left. And then I had 2 hard-boiled eggs, and I had 5 deglet dates with peanut butter and mixed sprouted seeds. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and also walnuts. And I've also been eating mackerel for my omega-3s, freeze-dried kale chips from Grocery Outlet, which are really scrumptious. So I'm getting my greens there. Nothing's better than fresh greens, but literally I do not go, I go grocery shopping once a month, and then the van has to sit. It's just too much work for me to dismantle the van. I know, I'm kind of lazy. Okay, maybe not lazy, but I'm not used to so much physical work, so my body's getting broken in. So it's just a major production to get the van secured behind all the shade, as you can see. Let's look at her right now. So there she is, you know, all the sheets up. It's a lot. You know, she's barricaded behind the shade cloth and the tires. So tomorrow I will be getting a new windshield. So the story goes, this is what happened. I went to Home Depot to get the last of my boards, and the person that was helping me pushed one of the boards in the 16-footer all the way to my windshield, ended up breaking it. So Home Depot is paying for a new auto glass to be put in tomorrow. Whew, so tomorrow I got to get up at butt crack early in the morning and get ready to meet the Safe Light people in town to change out my auto glass. But I am just so thankful that they're covering the cost of that, because I just would not be able to do it right now. It's like $500 to do that, which is kind of average, I think. So let me look at the chat here. Gotta put my glasses on. Yes, I did gather all the boundary tires myself. I rolled them into camp by hand. It was an abandoned lot, so you have to make sure around here that you don't take anything from an occupied camp. a rule here, and I understand that. Not a thief. So, yeah. So really proud of myself for actually finding that score in just an empty, abandoned lot. Ooh. Wow, you can see how this couch has been bleached by the sun, but it's like a really robust couch. It's a robust material. Oh, good question, Rebecca. So what things do I run off of my solar? So I keep my laptop charge, my phone, my iPhone. I have a light, one light that I also run off of that. What else? Oh, my fridge. I have a, I think it's called a Victron. No, that's not what it is. I forget the name of the brand of the fridge. But it's also running off of the solar. And it's doing a pretty good job. It's holding up. I'm like really nervous that once the 110s get here that I'm wondering if it'll be able to keep running it. I don't have a solar oven yet. When I get a job, I'm planning this is kind of a long-term, well, it's not that long-term of a goal. I am hoping, I'm now on the wait list for the beet harvest which is held in, the one that I signed up for is in North Dakota, I think it is. So I signed up and I'm really wanting the job because I can make, decent money in a short amount of time. So it's like between 2 weeks to a month commitment. And I want to be a truck driver. So they make really decent money. That will allow me to gather the money that I need, for the rest of the year. And, I can relax a little bit more financially. So a lot of nomads do the beet harvest for good reason. Yeah, I think they still will be going to the beet harvest, but we won't know until, they're there or they're getting close to the time. They usually reveal on their channel if they're going and when they're going. But yeah, it'd be super cool to work with them. So eventually I would love to get a solar oven, but what I need right now is I need to set money aside for my van. That's my house and also my shade structure. I want to add another hay tarp. I could actually probably get another free hay tarp. That hay tarp was given to me. But what I want is another hay tarp over this one so that it's, more reinforced. Oh, really, Rebecca? You used to live in North Dakota. That's so cool. So you've seen the beet trucks, the sugar beet trucks. Yeah, so I want to learn how to drive the sugar beet trucks because they make a lot more money per hour. So, and I think it would be really super cool to learn to drive a giant machine. So I reached out, someone on TikTok, a nomad, another van lifer that I was following, she said, ask about learning to drive truck because they provide the training. So that's what I want. I don't want an entry-level position. I want to go all out because I want an emergency fund for Evergreen Queen, and like I was saying, I want resources to build up my camp, and it would be great to travel again too and take you with me on my journeys. Even if it's just back and forth to the beet harvest, we can see things on the way, which will be interesting because I've never been through Utah. I've never been to Wyoming, which is where the route takes me through. And I never really got a chance to explore the Dakotas. So I would just absolutely relish the opportunity to slowly camp my way back to and from the beet harvest and explore and get introduced to new hot springs. It also takes me through Nevada, which is probably, Nevada is my second most favorite state, California being my first favorite state in the United States. So yeah, stay tuned with me on how I progress. My stream started to drop. That's why I came outside. But I wanted to show you my new store. So I think I need to bring my laptop outside and show you. I'd rather do it inside. See if I can get away with showing my screen. Look at Callie, isn't she so cute? I love her floppy ears. Hi, Callie. Hi, 𝐤𝐤𝐿𝐴. Curious Callie. She's also the most curious dog I've ever met. Do you like being on camera, cutie pie? Oh, she's such a good girl. Hi, Callie. She makes me want to have a dog again. I'm trying hard to resist having another dog because that will just make things more complicated. You know, doing the beet harvest with an animal would be really difficult because 12-hour days. So I just don't want to have to think about that this year. But there is a dog here in Slab City that I want so bad. She's so cute. But I'm like resisting the urge. I'm resisting the urge to have a dog again. It makes me sad to say that. I want her so much. Not Callie. It's a different dog. She looks like a little wolf. She's so pretty. Think about her every day. All right, let's look at my tea mill. Okay, look what I have to do for my computer. This egg carton. My friend Dreamcatcher taught me this trick. This keeps the computer from overheating. Notice I have a fan this wonderful fan from Walmart. So that helps keep my electronics cool in these high temperatures. All right, so let's get on here and show you the new store. So I really focus my store to just selling t-shirts, hoodies, and also canvases. So if you click on new, it's taking a long time to load. So here you can see literally all of my merch. So I've got, now I'm calling menswear unisex and men because unfortunately they don't have plus sizes, which I think is not good. But anyway, the way to get around that is to order men's stuff, and it's, you know, it's basically unisex. Any gender can wear it, and then just choose, you know, the extra large sizes that they offer in the men's unisex apparel. So here we have the different t-shirts. Here is a canvas. And this is all my original Pine Tree Circular Joys print. So it's an abstract canvas. Sorry, it's taking forever to load, but there it is. That's the canvas. And let's go back and look at the rest of the merch. Here's one of my favorites. This is an interesting print. It's called Ancient Bristlecone Pine Tree Men in Unisex Sleeveless. This is from a photograph that I did when I visited the Bristlecone Pine Tree Forest, the ancient Bristlecone Pine Tree Forest, which is located in California, just east of Big Pine, California. It's one of my favorite places to go and camp as well. But yeah, so this is from a photograph of mine, and I put it through a really cool filter to give it that effect. All right, and you can see the prices are reasonable. Here is another piece of art. This one is inspired by Slab City. I call it my Slab City Butterfly Garden. It's a long sleeve t-shirt, but I've got, why am I showing you long sleeves when we're just getting into summer? Okay, let's see. All right, so here we have, this is a women's. They only go up to size 16 for women's. That's why I'm primarily showing you men's, but for this one I'll show you the women's. And I love the models. They're really cool. So let's get a look at the artwork there. So yeah, I think it looks like a butterfly garden. And it's reminding me of Slab City because here in Wonderland Camp, my friend Dreamcatcher actually does have a garden. And someday I'd like to have a butterfly garden. So today only is free shipping, and these will be shipped from the Isle of Wight in the UK. But what's super awesome about 𝐸𝐸 is that they use sustainable processes to create all their products. They recycle, like for example, this canvas is made of recycled materials. Let's see. Yeah, so here you can see 100% recycled paper. That's why I chose this company. And the quality is really great. It's very good quality, even better quality than like Spring, I've heard. So I'm just really excited to be presenting merch to you from 𝐸𝐸. Here is my Rock Tub Hot Spring Women and Unisex oversized t-shirt, and they do go up to size 18. Hooray. I like my shirts oversized, and I love this model. Just love this, how it came out. So the Rock Tub Hot Spring is in Mammoth Lakes, California. This is a photograph that I took some years ago. This is like my favorite hot tub that I like to visit when I go to Slab City. Let's check out the other colors. And I really like the font too. So it comes in white, black, and cream. So go ahead and check out the link in the description and just browse around and see what you like. Here's another one of my prints. Right now I just have 2 canvas prints. This one is called Sunset Forest of Dreams canvas print, and it's just a beautiful abstract. I love that red. I do a lot of my art with those colors. So yeah, check out my merch store, link in the description, and free shipping today only. Okay, so grab that deal, and it's a great way to support this channel. And I also invite you to check out my Ko-fi 𝐸𝐿. You can join a membership. You can do a one-time donation. I also have my Cash App link in the description, which does allow me to keep all the proceeds. Unfortunately, through Ko-fi, even though I love Ko-fi, I love the community aspect of it, they use PayPal, which takes a little cut, but not a big deal either way. So if you want to join my membership, I'd love to have you there. Check out Ko-fi, link in the description. So tomorrow I will get the auto glass, and then I will pick up the rest of my shade cloth and the hardware, so I can start getting the rest of the shade cloth up. Also have some scraps of shade cloth that I'm going to attach, so I have a double layer of shade cloth, folks. This is going to be quite the shade structure. And then I'm going to have my lounge pool, and I can't wait to show it to you. So once I get at least the shade cloth up, I want to do a live stream and show you that. So yeah, so that's the update. Any other questions before we end the stream? All right, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video or live stream. Bye for now.